Okay, well, why don't we start by talking about the fans, because you have a really close connection with them, and a lot of artists don't. And I'm wondering why that's important to you. I think it's great.
I don't know, it feels sort of weird that it wouldn't be important to someone, right? I mean, these are the kids that show up to my shows, that buy my record, that believe in me, that have, been requesting my songs on the radio since the beginning. And so my relationship with them is just because I really am grateful to them and love them for, supporting me all these years. It would feel so wrong to not care or to not stop and sign the autographs and take pictures with them. It feels like I want to.
I think that's so awesome, and I think that's why you're so loved. It just keeps growing because people appreciate that. They really do, and especially because you are a celebrity that has your every move traced, followed, the popper, I'm your biggest fan, I'll follow
I
you
love
until
it.
you love me. Like you're in the middle of that, right? So does that ever feel like too much to you?
The paparazzi?
The paparazzi and the fans, like your little monsters.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, I knew getting into this business and putting out music that would happen. And there are days where it's more challenging to go out and be alone and have just sort of a quiet night with my family or my friends. But I guess those are the sacrifices that you make when you're a performer. And I love being in show business, and the most important thing to me is making them smile and laugh when I'm on stage, and that's really all I care about. So the other stuff, I just roll with the punches. It's life. You got to take it one day at a time. But my family came, over from Italy generations ago, so I feel very grateful on behalf of like my whole family to have this opportunity in my life to do what I love.
Let's talk about art pop a little bit. So Born This Way was a lot about self-expression and acceptance. What would you say art pop is about, and how does it differ from Born This Way?
Well, art pop is really a celebration of us surviving for the past 5 years. And I was a new artist that a lot of people thought was really weird and very different and shocking, or whatever everyone thinks of what I do sometimes. And then we put out Born This Way, and I made a statement about equality and acceptance and tolerance during a time where I felt that my fans and I were so much alike, and I could really relate to their struggles and their feelings and what they go through as the new young generation, the challenges that they're faced with socially. So I wanted to make a statement about them and for each other, to really cement from then on and forevermore that my heart is always in the right place with my music and my intentions. And so now, with the Jeff Koons sculpture on the cover and this sort of return to electronic music with a love of art and creativity and vision, it's us celebrating where we started and saying we're still here and nobody changed us, and no matter what, I never changed who I was or what people wanted me to change. I just kept being me, and here we are. And now we're a sculpture. Now we're forever.
That relatability goes right into body image issues as well, which I think is important because you've made a lot of statements about that along the way. And I'm wondering if you have a message for your young fans, young girls out there that are really struggling with trying to figure out who they are and who they should be based on what they're seeing.
I would say that it's very challenging, and to know that you're not alone and that everyone feels like you feel, and that's probably the most powerful thing that we can do as women, is share our stories with one another and be supportive. And I just, urge and the hope that all those women in the world, and not women that deal with body image issues as well, can know that life is short, and don't waste as many years as I wasted on feeling sick all the time. It really runs your life, and you should tell somebody, and you should try to fix those problems and get help so that you can be happier sooner. Because I know that it's a real issue. And with the Born This Way Foundation, with my mom, what we've been doing with that foundation is really spreading the word about these issues and seeking to empower young people to share their stories with one another and help one another. It's really not so much about raising money for charity as it is about connecting people through social media and digital media and the internet and the Born Brave bus. These are all the things I was always really passionate about that I now get to do.